Okay, so we're about to put our game design hats on, but before we dive in, I want to give you a brief overview of what we're going to cover in the next couple of videos. The first thing that we need to think about when we're thinking about StarCraft is that it is played on a computer. It is a video game. Now, this leads into a couple of interesting differences in what we're able to do with the game design, where certain things just simply weren't possible prior to the advent of computer games. The first of these is that StarCraft is real time. It's not played in a turn-based fashion where, it's sort of I go, you go, I go, you go. Now, historically, mental games are always played in a turn-based fashion. Chess, poker, Go, checkers, any of these games are that sort of I go, you go. If we want a real-time experience where we're fighting back and forth just as fast as we can, well, now we're looking at something more like a physical traditional sport, like a ball sport or boxing, fencing, tennis. Any of these are done in real time. And we'll go into more of sort of what that does to the game design in a future video. The next thing is that StarCraft is an incomplete information game. Well, what does that mean? Well, let me give you an example of a complete information game. Take chess, right? So we're playing chess. I can look down at the board and I see all of the pieces. I see the entire board, I see every square, I know everything about the game state. And so do you. There's no mystery, there's nothing hidden. I can't bluff, I can't sort of psych you out or trick you. So that's what we mean when we say StarCraft has incomplete information. It doesn't work the way that chess does. You can't see everything. We'll dive into that in greater detail. Lastly, and perhaps most interesting, players are able to make pieces. Again, going with the example of chess, I have the pieces that I start with, and I might lose some over the course of the game, but I never get to make more. In StarCraft, actually a lot of the game is about making more pieces and about choosing which pieces to make. And so this is, kind of cumbersome if we were playing a traditional sort of tabletop game. I don't want to have to dig out of a bag and get more pieces over and over. So a lot of these classical tabletop games don't do this type of mechanic, but we are able to do it in StarCraft. So hopefully that whets your appetite for the rest of the series. We're going to dive into each of these topics in greater detail.